back to my YouTube channel. I'll be talking about a very important topic. First 10 things you need to do once you land in your province. I'll be using my province, the province of Saskatchewan, as an example because I live in Saskatchewan. And whatever I'm going to give you today is based on my experience, based on my landing experience. And the first month, what we did as we landed in this province. So let's dive deep into the matter. So the first thing you would do, of course, is an accommodation. Getting an accommodation can be done while you are in your country of origin, if you have people here that can run it for you. But if you do not have people and you intend to come and stay on Airbnb facilities before you now walk and look for accommodation, it's still fine. But the first thing you are going to do, accommodation is basic. So it is basic need. It is the first thing you're going to do. Either get someone to do it for you or you do it while in your country of origin, but make sure that you have a place to put your head. It could be relations, it could be friends, but make sure that you have an accommodation. Make sure that you have an address with you as you're landing. So this is the first thing you're going to do when you come in, to get an accommodation for you and your family. And if you have already secured accommodation before you land in Canada, beautiful. But that is the first thing to do. Utilities. Of course, accommodation runs with utilities like power, hydro, internet. So the first day you are landing or two, you're going to arrange for accommodation, arrange for utilities in the accommodation like power, like hydro, which is water, like internet service for that home, and like mobile phones. As a matter of fact, these first 2 points can be done for you by people that are already here if you have the resources. But if you do not have the resources and you want to come and land in a hotel or Airbnb, good and beautiful, and then you can run around once you settle here in your province to do those arrangements or to make those arrangements. Those are the first 2 important things you have to do based on the experience we had when we came here last year. Then the third most important thing is you've landed, you've gotten accommodation, you've arranged for utilities. The next best thing you should do is to arrange for your social insurance number, because that's your identity in Canada. This is usually issued by Service Canada, the federal government, of course. So Google or ask around for the nearest or closest Service Canada outlet or office in your province and arrange, schedule to meet them so that you can have yourself and your family your SIN, that is social insurance number. It doesn't take long. Gone were the days during COVID that you have to do it online and wait for 1 week or 2 before they mail it to you. Now you can actually walk in there and within 2 to 3 hours you get your SIN done. Fifth thing you have to do once you land in Canada is to find schools for your children. You can work in collaboration with these settlement agencies. You can also work with school boards in your province. You get referral from the settlement agencies through the school board, and then they find school together as a team in the area you live. So schools are based on where you live. You can't live in the north and by choice go to south to get school for your children. It's not allowed or it's not done in Canada unless private schools where you pay from your pocket. If it is those public schools or Catholic schools in Canada, it is allocated to your children based on the locations you live, very close to your home for logistic purpose. So that is the 5th thing you have to do, find a school for your children. The 6th thing you have to do once you land, the first few weeks of your landing in Canada, is to apply for health card, especially if you have family that have children. Once you land, you have to go and apply for health card. And they might ask you for certain things like your passport, your COPR, which is the confirmation of permanent resident document. Those are things some of those documents that will be required from you to register for health card in your province. Make sure you go with those documents and quickly sign up for it. The timeline to get your health card can range according to province. From province to province, it can range from 4 weeks to 8 weeks or even 10 weeks. In those days, 3 months. So it's very important once you come to make arrangements to get your health card. We do not pray for sickness, but then nobody knows, you know. And if you do not have a health card, once you land and someone is falling sick at home, all you need to do is to pay out of pocket. But when you get your health card, you can apply for reimbursement and the government will pay you back. So the fourth thing you have to do after your SIN has been arranged and secured by your family, or even if they have not given it to you, no, you have to get it, because in those days we have to wait 2 weeks before it's mailed to us. But now you can actually walk in there and you get it done. So after that, the fourth thing you're going to do is make sure you research settlement agencies. Agencies that help immigrants to settle in any given province. These are not compulsory, but it's absolutely necessary for you and your family, because you cannot underestimate the help these people render. So settlement agencies like Regina Open Door Society, Regina Immigrant Women, Daughters of Africa Resource Center, like Dress for Success, and to mention but a few. There are so many of them, you just have to research them. I think there are more than 10 of them or so, depending on your province. Go and register with them, because they will help you with your resume eventually. They will help you with Canadian workplace, settlement integration into Canadian workplace. They will help you to write good Canadian compliance resumes. They will help you with interview preps. They have a lot to do. They can even help to find school for your children based on the area you live in your province. These settlement agencies, they are very good, and government have empowered them in their own capacity to help immigrants settle and integrate into the community or into the society as they land. So please register with one. It's very important. Now that you've applied for your health card and you have successfully gotten your health card, ask around. Even while waiting for your health card, you can ask people, you can research and look for family doctors. It will also help you, because in Canada, everybody have family doctors. Yeah. You can also walk into some of those walk-in clinics and see anyone, but it's always advisable to have a family doctor, you know. So that is the sixth important thing you have to do. Look for a family doctor when you get here. When you get here and land, and you found school for your children, you found health card, accommodation, utilities, and register with settlement agency, please get it up. Then the number 8 important steps once you land here that you need to do is to go to the nearest neighborhood public library near you. Sign up for membership for everybody. It's free. It's paid for by taxpayers, which of course once you are gainfully employed, your taxes will also go into support for that service rendered by your province. So register and enjoy the benefit of living in that province. Yes, you can borrow books and return them within 2 weeks or 3 weeks, as the case may be. So there are benefits of of signing up with a local library in your neighborhood. So the number 9 point, once you land in Canada, the first few weeks in Canada, depending on your province, is to open a bank account. Of course, I am not saying this in any order of importance, but it's very important that you open an account with the bank account. So make sure you identify anyone that their service best suits you and your family, so that you can put the proof of funds, the money you brought to Canada, or the ones you intend to send over to Canada to transfer. So make sure you open an account. It's very important. So when you open an account, you're going to have a debit card and you're going to have a credit card issued to you. Usually the debit card can be given to you on the same day you open your bank account, but the credit cards will be mailed to you maybe within a week or 2. Yes, very important. Now, if you're a large family like mine, you will need mobility in getting car. So here in Canada, buying a vehicle is not actually a luxury. You can afford to hop Uber or get a bus card, a bus pass, depending on your province. Anyways, so mobility is very important. Arrange for either a bus pass. If you are living in those provinces that have bus service, Now, the last but not the least. You remember I told you that when you register with a bank, you're going to get a credit card and a debit card? Okay. Now, for a large family like mine, one of those important things we did when we came actually was also to register for Costco membership. Costco is a wholesale shop that sells things in bulk, and for big families, those bulk purchases can be of good help, and their prices are not too competitive. And by the way, this video is not sponsored by Costco, but I'm just speaking based on the experience we had when we came here, the first few months or weeks of our lives in Canada, what we did, what worked for us. So this is like bonus. Get a Costco card. If you do not have a Costco card and you've not qualified for the requirement, go with someone that is already a member. That person should be able to stand in for you so that they can give you a membership as fast as possible, so that you can buy those things in bulk, because they are actually cheaper when you buy them in bulk. So I hope you have benefited so far from what you've said. The few things you need to do when you come to Canada, the first few weeks of your stay in Canada. This may not be absolutely important for you, but it worked for me. Locate a value village. In Canada, they recycle. Both the rich, the average, and the poor, they recycle. So locate the thrift store close to you, or value village, or Salvation Army. Make friends with them. You will know why I say this when you land here and you're now. Another bonus. Talking about bulk purchases. Do you know that in Saskatchewan we have groups that sell bulk food online, like WhatsApp groups? Don't worry, once you land here, let me know. I'll give you links to such groups, because they also help. They sell those Nigerian things in bulk that you will not miss while leaving Nigeria to Canada. Yeah. So those are bonuses for the first few weeks that you land here, what you could do to make your life seamless, to make your settling in comfortable and easy for the whole family. Look at your church. Look at your church. Look at your kind of church. Do not forsake the assembling of yourselves, says the word of God. For iron sharpeneth iron. So look at a Bible-believing church and fellowship with your brethren. And make sure you stay active in Canada, because the tendency is there to relax, enjoy your life, and forget and add up pounds, and thank you for watching today's video. I hope you've benefited, and this will help you to settle and integrate into our beautiful land, Canada.